We continue the Abdullah Yusuf Ali translation of Surat al-Ma'idah, the Repast, with Ayat 73. They do blaspheme who say God is one of three in the Trinity, for there is no God except one God. If they desist not from their word of blasphemy, verily a grievous penalty will befall the blasphemers among them. Why turn they not to God and seek his forgiveness? For God is oft forgiving, most merciful. Christ, the Son of Mary, was no more than a messenger. Many were the messengers that passed away before him. His mother was a woman of truth, and they had both to eat their daily food. See how God doth make his signs clear to them. Yet we see in what ways they are deluded away from the truth. Say, will ye worship besides God something which hath no power either to harm or benefit you? But God, he it is that heareth and knoweth all things. Say, O people of the book, exceed not in your religion the bounds of what is proper, trespassing beyond the truth, nor follow the vain desires of people who went wrong in times gone by, who misled many and strayed themselves from the even way. Curses were pronounced on those among the children of Israel who rejected faith by the tongue of David and of Jesus, the Son of Mary, because they disobeyed and persisted in excesses, nor did they usually forbid one another the iniquities which they committed. Evil indeed were the deeds which they did. Thou seest many of them turning in friendship to the unbelievers. Evil indeed are the works which their souls have sent forward before them, with the result that God's wrath is on them, and in torment will they abide. If only they had believed in God, in the prophet, and in what hath been revealed to him, never would they have taken them for friends and protectors, but most of them are rebellious wrongdoers. Strongest among men in enmity to the believers wilt thou find the Jews and the people who make partners out to be of God. And nearest among them in love to the believers wilt thou find those who say we are Christians, because among these are men devoted to learning and men who have renounced the world, and they are not arrogant. Now, the Quran doesn't really have it go around calling people infidels or pagans or heathens, or it has terms like ashraku, those who are manifesting that they accept God to have partners in divinity. Now, Christian is a term that would apply to that, but Nasara is broader than just Christians, because not everybody that term applies to worship Jesus. And there's people who call themselves something. I've met people who call themselves Christians or Jews, but their loyalty to their priests and ethnocentric ways and stuff doesn't reach that point. And, as I said, and when they listen to the revelation received by the messenger, thou wilt see their eyes overflowing with tears, for they recognize the truth. They pray, our Lord, we believe, write us down among the witnesses. What cause can we have not to believe in God? and the truth which has come to us, seeing that we long for our Lord to admit us to the company of the righteous. And for this their prayer hath God rewarded them with gardens with rivers flowing underneath their eternal home. Such is the recompense of those who do good. But those who reject faith and belie our signs, they shall be companions of hellfire. O ye who believe, make not unlawful the good things which God hath made lawful for you, but commit no excess, for God loveth not those given to excess. And remember the moves here, it's not saying God hates people, it's God hate, God doesn't have love for this character trait and that character trait, or that action, this action, given to excess. Eat of the things which God hath provided for you, lawful and good, but fear God in whom ye believe. God will not call you to account for what is futile in your oaths, but he will call you to account for your deliberate oaths. For expiation, feed 10 persons on a scale of the average for the food of your families, or clothe them, or give a slave his freedom, if that is beyond your means. Fast for 3 days, and that is expiation of the oaths you have sworn, but keep to your oaths. And thus God doth make clear to you his signs, that ye may be grateful. O ye who believe in intoxication and gambling, dedication of stones and divination of wine. Arrows are an abomination of Satan's handiwork. Eschew such abominations, that ye may prosper. Satan's plan is but to excite enmity and hatred between you with intoxicants and gambling, and hinder you from the remembrance of God and from prayer. Will ye not then abstain? And people, you definitely see this play itself out when it comes to insurance policies and stuff like this. It's like taking out insurance policies on people's life. And there's that secret hope that it's gonna, you can't but hope that it's gonna pay off. And those who are their relatives, obey God and obey the messenger, and beware of evil. If ye do turn back, know ye that it is our messenger's duty to proclaim the message in the clearest manner on those who believe in duties of righteousness, and there is no blame for what they are in the past, when they guard themselves from evil and believe and do deeds of righteousness, are again guard themselves from evil and believe, or again guard themselves from evil and do good, for God loveth those who do good. And al-muhsinin is perfecting goodness. So, O ye who believe, God doth but make a trial of you in a little matter of gain, well within reach of your hands and your lances, that he may test who feareth him unseen. Any who transgress thereafter will have a grievous penalty. O ye who believe, kill not game well in the sacred precincts, are in pilgrim garb, are if any of you doth so intentionally, the compensation is an offering brought to the Kaaba, the cube at Mecca, of a domestic animal equivalent to the one killed, as adjudged by 2 just men among you, or by way of atonement. The feeding of the indigent are its equivalent in fasts, that he may taste of the penalty of his deed. God forgives what is past. For repetition, God will exact from him the penalty, for God is exalted and Lord of retribution. Lawful to you is the pursuit of water game and its use for food, for the benefit of yourselves and those who travel, but forbidden is the pursuit of land game, as long as ye are in the sacred precincts, are in pilgrim garb, and fear God, to whom ye shall be gathered back.
Think of what would have happened if that would have been allowed. And people just hunted by the millions on their way to pilgrimage.